Hello and welcome back to Pride of Anglia, where of course last time we got ourselves the Norwich City job. Having left Northampton, we enjoyed a great start to life at Carrow Road, somehow going unbeaten in our first 13 matches. We were rather raided in the January transfer window though, certainly up front, so whether we can adapt to that and get ourselves into the playoffs as we head towards the end of our 6th season as a manager, we shall see. With 15 league games left, if we can continue the upturn in form we've created, then the playoffs are certainly on, and the automatics, absurdly, are an actual possibility, which was not likely when we took over. We begin with the news that Dominic Solanke has made the team of the week. The same Dominic Solanke who we sold to Fulham last time. I have full faith that at least one of our 3 new strikers will step up to the plate though. We begin with our FA Cup 4th round tie against a Fleetwood side who just won't leave me alone, and we get a solid, if not spectacular, 2-0 win, and we receive Spurs in round 5. Our next championship game is against Birmingham, and it's another excellent win. McCrory nets his first since joining last month, while Woodburn scores a penalty as we win 2-1. And it's an important one as well, as it sees us move into the playoffs for the first time. Newcastle then come in to steal Stuart Webber. The director of football position is essentially pointless on FM if you do all the transfers yourself, and who doesn't do that? So if he wants to go, I'll take the 1.3 million, thanks. Besides, we have something far more important to attend to, Northampton. Now of course Norwich lost to Northampton earlier in the season. I was there, so I guess we now want revenge on ourselves. Good to see most of the team I assembled are still being used, although they have dropped down the table a bit. We never really give them a chance though, as Papetti heads home from a corner 2 minutes in, and then he's unlucky not to get a hat-trick as he sees one effort hit the bar for Wilmot to score, and then another effort falls to Wilmot as well, and then we win a penalty in the second half, which Wilmot smashes home for the hat-trick instead. 4-0. Sorry guys, know that I do feel bad and wish you extremely well. Fitting that a win against our former side, coupled with drop points for Newcastle and others, sees us jump up to 3rd, now just 4 points off the automatics. We're only 8 points off 1st. Webber does indeed then leave, thanks for the check. I leave replacing him to the board, and they hire Callum Wilson. Okay, this is the best save I've ever played. He's not even good, but how can we go wrong with an FM legend? We have another local derby next in the form of Peterborough, and it's a frustrating game. We both have some decent chances, with Bolton making some crucial saves, but we can't find a breakthrough despite multiple good opportunities. Peterborough hit the post late on in a heart in the mouth moment, so we'll cut our losses and take the point. Disappointing though, and we drop to 4th. QPR are next, and QPR sees us drop points as well. 1-1 as we come from behind, but we still should have won. McCrory could do with a few more goals really. Perhaps as we end the month against Millwall? No, but he does get an assist, and most importantly we get a 3-0 win, including a brace from Jacob Brown, who may find himself starting over Woodburn. We remain well in the hunt for the 2nd automatic promotion spot. Annoyingly, if we'd beaten either QPR or Peterborough, we'd already be 2nd. But regardless, it's safe to say it's been a really good start. We kick off March with our FA Cup 5th round game against Spurs, our toughest test of the whole save really. We'll probably lose, but I'll go full strength so we don't embarrass ourselves, and then we immediately embarrass ourselves as Spurs do a prime Barcelona move from kickoff and Neto scores, and then minutes later Son thumps home a 2nd. In the second half it's an improvement in the sense that we do actually have the ball occasionally, but we can't really work an opportunity of note. But Spurs don't get any more, so at least we do keep it respectable. Our first loss as Norwich boss so far doesn't really count though, does it? Can we stay unbeaten in the league though? We have Fleetwood yet again, and it's a terrible game which I'm glad I didn't record, but we do get a win with a late goal from Woodburn, and as Palace lose we go 3rd again, now just 1 point from that precious automatic spot. Al Ain then decided to try and destroy that by bidding for Harrison Reed. He wants to go because for some reason he decides that the UAE Premier League is better than the Championship, which it clearly isn't, but I tell him he's the leader and he shuts up. And then it's time for the big one. After successfully riding up their manager, we face Ipswich in the classic East Anglian derby. El Tractico. Ipswich are in the relegation zone, a tragedy I'm sure, and as Newcastle draw, a win would move us into 2nd. Let's not screw it up, eh? Brooks has an early sighter, before a still here Reed whips a free kick in for Papetti to head us in front. Brooks has an effort stopped by a diving defender, and while there's a few other chances, we are pretty profligate in front of goal, but it doesn't matter, we still win, we still go 2nd, and we still hopefully put them back in their place. League One. For the next game against Stoke, I take McCrory out of the firing line as the press are starting to criticise him, and then Ganago scores 5 minutes in as we win 2-0. Okay, well it's clearly asking a lot of an 18-year-old, so we'll ease him in more gently. We stay second, but it's all very tight up here with 8 games left. Our first Norwich youth intake seems okay, but what is with strikers with terrible finishing? The final game of March is away at Middlesbrough, who are well in playoff contention just behind us. David Brooks has an early effort which clips the post, and then not long after he spins and plays in Ganago, who calmly chips the keeper for his second for the club. In the second half, some sloppy play from Wilmot is punished and Kavanagh drags Borough level, but we restore our advantage immediately as Papetti heads home from a corner, and then proves his defensive acumen as well, intercepting well and immediately starting the counter, which sees Backinson's delightful finish seal another win, and one which gives us an 8-point buffer in the hunt for the playoffs. After bagging 2 goals to the Scotland under-21s, James McCrory is classified as the 21st best wonder kid in the goal 50 thing. I think I'll start him again in the next game. Despite the fact that we literally won all 4 league matches in March, we don't even make the podium for Manager of the Month, despite the fact that the entire top 3 did not win all 4 games. Sorry, what? Every time I think I understand how the game calculates things, something like this happens. Not that I'm bitter, obviously. 6 games to go to secure a promotion which seemed impossible when we took over. Blackburn first. And it's a 3-1 win. Controlled and clinical. Still no McCrory goal though. Surely it's too early to write him off as a dud. Crucially though, Newcastle can only draw, meaning we open up a 3-point gap back to the playoffs. We travel to West Ham next in the hope of another Olympic performance. We start really well with a slick move seeing Fuentes head just over before Ganago has an effort ruled offside. Completely against the run of play, they then score through Leander Dendoncker, and then Bachelia's punch shot makes it 2 as Walton disgraces himself. Backinson heads us back into it just before half time, and then in the second half we work a perfect move which Ganago can only drag wide. I switch up the front 3 and literally nothing happens and we've lost. Our first league defeat as Norwich manager, our first defeat in 23 league games. We stay second as thankfully Newcastle only draw again, but the title is surely out of reach now, and it's also tense. Already relegated local rivals Luton represent a good opportunity to get back on track though, and well, you can see why they were relegated. A hilarious own goal to start things off, let's watch the replay, followed by a somehow even more hilarious one, let's watch the replay, before Brooks essentially wraps things up with a stunning first time finish. They pull a goal back, but no one except Reece Burke's family cares, as McCrory comes off the bench to square to Woodburn to seal it. 4-1, well done lads. We secure a playoff spot at worst with that, remaining second although Palace are now just 1 point behind. Coventry aren't relegated yet, but they will be if we beat them, so this could go really badly if I know my FM. McCrory's back in the side after a pep talk, seems more assured. He gets another assist and he sets up Backinson to give us the lead before he finally scores. A shame it's offside, but you cannot keep a good man down for too long, as in the second half Fuentes' effort is saved and McCrory cannot miss. 2-0, finally he ends his drought, and then he caps it off with another assist, this time for Woodburn, as we get another crucial win, condemning Coventry to League One in the process. But wait, there's more, as Crystal Palace can only draw, meaning we have a 3-point cushion again with 2 to go, although West Brom do secure the title. We have 2 games left. Promotion is on the line, promotion is in our hands. Quite how we've managed to get to this position, I really don't know. We have an advantage of 8 goals over Crystal Palace, which is hopefully decent enough to ensure a win against Sheffield United will be enough to essentially secure promotion, whatever Palace do. The Blades are hunting a playoff spot themselves though. Unfortunately, but inevitably, Jack Bolton got injured in the week and will definitely miss this one. James Trafford comes in. Reed has a knock but should be okay. Jordan Williams has usurped the right back spot of late as well. An early goal would be nice. Sheffield United give the ball away and Woodburn pounces on the space, slipping in McCrory, who keeps his composure perfectly to slot home. I think he's going to be alright. Charlton are beating Palace as well. If we better their result, we can go up today, and oh well, that didn't last long. And we can't count any chickens as Sheffield United smack the crossbar. A fantastic move of Flicks sees Backinson score except he's adjudged offside, but a second goal feels like it's coming, and when Davis crosses in for David Brooks, it does, as he heads home against his boyhood club. We see it out for the win, and surely promotion. Palace win, but only by 2 goals, so they need us to lose to Cardiff by an 8-goal swing on the final day. Also delighted to say that Northampton are comfortably safe whatever happens. So yeah, I don't think we need a team meeting as we face Cardiff on the final day. Nothing can possibly go wrong, right? Here's the team, let's get it done. We come forwards early, Fuentes crosses from the right and Backinson gives us the lead. Brooks comes close to doubling it, but he hits the post, and then Cardiff actually end up equalising through Diaz. Palace are only drawing, so no real concern, and just before the break, Fuentes smashes home to restore our lead. It's his last game for us, of course. Probably shouldn't have signed that pre-contract, should he? Not long after the break, McCrory finds Backinson to make it 3 and send Carrow Road into full-on party mode. The whistle goes, and our promotion is officially confirmed. What a fantastic turnaround. And Ipswich get relegated as well, so literally a perfect day for a Norwich fan. The fans are loving it, Dion Dublin is loving it, the board pat themselves on the back for appointing me, although not enough to increase the existing transfer budget. In fact, they've actually docked 2 million quid. Oh well, I can work with this. But yeah, another remarkable season. When we took over in November, the club was 17th. Quite the turnaround. We've now successfully earned promotion 4 times, and next season we'll have taken charge of matches in the top 6 divisions of English football after just 6 years. Quite the achievement if I do say so myself. I mean, I'll be honest, I thought we'd be promoted pretty comfortably next season, but thought that the position we inherited meant it impossible this year. I was very gladly wrong. Andrea Papetti certainly helped, of course, and may go down as one of the signings of the save. I mean, look at the form the club started the season with. Our team of the year is this. Midfield really excelling, so very annoyed Fuentes is going. Some improvements can be made for sure, and obviously Solanke is already gone, but the bulk of this lineup is certainly ready for a Premier League challenge in my view. Harrison Reed wins Player of the Year, which, aside from his odd flirtation with the UAE Premier League, is very fair. He's been immense at the base of midfield, and he also bags most assists with 16. Papetti gets Young Player of the Year, may there be many more years from him, and Brooks gets top scorer by virtue of Solanke, of course, leaving. The board next year only wants to fight bravely against relegation, which I'm quietly confident we'll be able to do with the right additions in the summer. Going to be weird having a whole summer with significant funds to spend, and we can finally have the worldwide scouting package. Our 91 points is apparently a record for not winning the championship, which is something, while Jack Walton gets the championship clean sheet record and he makes the team of the year alongside David Brooks. Nothing else though. We've lost 1 league match since we joined and we didn't even get a single manager of the month. Ah well, onwards and upwards. There's signings to make, and for the first time I have no interest in getting a new job whatsoever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.